We all know that there is a lot of updates in Pixel 3D. They release an update about every month just to change things that are in the game. And by change, I mean they try to add new things into the game just to make it a bit better, which is clearly not working. It doesn't work very well. We see the same old things every single update. The only new things that we really see is sometimes maps and new weapons. That's mostly what we see. We never see a new game mode. We never see a new feature like, the sets and lottery. We never see any of that. And there's been a lot of updates in the history of Pixel 3D, as we all know. Like I said, there's an update about every month, which is, if you add it up, it's a lot of updates for every month. And today I'm going to be talking about one update in particular, which is the 18.0 update. And this update, it was hated by a lot of people. It was something that a lot of people didn't like, and it was bad to the point where they had to revert the update, meaning that they had to go back to the old way that Pixel was, because they changed a lot of things in the game. People didn't like it, they complained, so they had to go back to the way it was before. Does that make sense? But this update wasn't really terrible, and I don't think it should have been reverted. I think people just complained about it too much, and it was something that people could adapt to it, and that's the problem. Like I said, people wanted to change and they complained about it too much to the point where the developers are like, you know what, let's just revert it. That was what they did. They just wanted to go back. They were like, all right, this is too annoying. People obviously want the change. They didn't like the change, so they want to go back. Let's just go back. Let's make it easier for everyone. And so they went back. I guess they were just experimenting with that update, and they saw that people didn't like it, so they decided to go back. And that's the problem with not only the game and just the world in general. People aren't ready for changes. They are obviously once they adapt to something, they are afraid for a change. They don't want to try new things. They just stay with what they know. They just stay with everything that they already have because they are too scared to make a change and adapt to the new change. People aren't ready for changes. They don't like changes. They like to have things easy the way they already know it. So change is not something that they look forward to, because then they have to adapt to it and gain more knowledge because of the new change, if that makes sense. It's just easier to obviously go back and complain about it and make excuses. And it's obviously sad, because that update was, in my opinion, it wasn't even that bad. I talked about it before. That update was not that bad at all. It absolutely helped a lot with the free-to-play players. It was so easy to get a bunch of currency, weapons, and even right now the game, it's like, people complain about it for being pay to win, but it's really not that pay to win. Like, it's not. People want everything handed to them. They don't want to work for it. And I'm connecting a bunch of this stuff to the real world because it's easier to understand and explain. People in the game complain that it's pay to win and they want to reduce it and all that stuff, and they complain about it because they want something, but either it takes too long to get or it costs money. And it's the same thing in the real world. They just want everything handed out to them, all the information, a bunch of things. They want it handed to them. They don't want to work for it. And it's, like I said, it's a concept. It's going on in the world. It's not something that you have to look deep into. It's already out there. 18.0 was a perfect example of that. They changed it so that it was less pay to win, and people complained about it. Like, the 18.0 came with so many good things, but like I said, people were scared to make the change and adapt to the new game, how it was, the way that they made it, and so they complained about it and got it back. I don't know, it's just the update right now. If they still had the 18.0 and obviously added new things to it, like right now we're stuck with the same old updates, the same boring things, because when they released the 18.0 update, it was new. It was something that people they've never seen before, which is what people were complaining about. They were like, oh, the updates are the same, we want to see something new. So when they made something new, which was the 18.0 update, it was totally new. They complained about it because they were afraid to make the change, and it was new, and it was something that they've never seen before. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you think about it, like, you wanted something new, you got something new, but then you didn't like it because it wasn't the way you expected it, or you don't want to make the change and adapt to it. Like then why would you ask for something new in the first place? You know, it doesn't make sense. The 18.0 was an update that everybody hated. Like I said, it was to the point where it had to be reverted. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys like to see the 18.0 update back or not? Like I said, I already said everything I believed about the 18.0 update, why it was not a terrible update. So yeah, let me know if you didn't like it. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know what you did like. And yeah, guys, with all this being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.
I know things have changed. I wanna go back to the old days, but they're far away. Gotta let them go, cause I'm up. Yeah, how I roll, sipping with my bros. All I do is kick it, I ain't with that business. All you lame niggas fall in line with them hoes too. Seen it all before, already know.